welcome to Heady Remarks. Today is March 20th, 2022. And I chose just the worst topic. I'm regretting it. I just kept hearing about Dugin. And so I was like, all right, I'll try to learn about Dugin and talk about Dugin, Aleksandr Dugin. He's a Russian guy. And I don't know, he's just really boring. He's kind of similar to Klaus Schwab in that way. I've been like all week listening to him talk. He doesn't speak English very well. His accent is kind of like great country of Kazakhstan. Borat. He sounds like Borat kind of when he talks. But yeah, apparently he thinks he's a philosopher, and a lot of like personalities on the alt-right, in the alt-right, are suspected of being like secretly supporters of Dugin, or like kind of trying to like spread his message or do his bidding or whatever. And it is a strange mishmash of like his it's hard to like really understand how he feels about stuff, and I don't really care, but apparently a lot of people have been listening to him, including Putin. So yeah, I chose that. I kind of wish now that I chose like the Fukushima disaster or something else, but I was sort of stuck with it after I already chose it. Okay, so let's just start with his giant forehead, I guess, because it's big. Where is it? Archie, stop. I just wanted to share his giant forehead. Do you see? Very large forehead. And it reminds me of this forehead. Lenin. You have to have a giant cranium to fit like all those machinations in, and then that. Pennywise the clown. Okay, sorry. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Is this his website? The Fourth Political Theory. Okay, so this is kind of weird. Oh, Fallon has the stomach flu. Did I already say that? So she can't be here, unfortunately. But I think this is his website. And he's written like over 30 books. And you see the symbol here? Strangely, I have this from forever ago. Like, I think I did wear it on a necklace for a while in high school. But that's like the Chaos, 8-pointed Chaos star. So he might be like secretly sort of into Chaos Magick, I guess. But he pretends to sort of be Russian Orthodox Christian. So there's that. He likes to use that symbol. Well, it's the symbol of the National Bolshevik Party that he created. So yeah. There it is again. Last war of the world island. Oh, damn it. Huh. Yeah, so it's really boring, unfortunately, but apparently he's like, so people in the alt-right who like, it's like even Whitney Webb. I was really excited when I found out who she was, because she writes really honestly or in depth, I guess. It seemed like it anyway, about Epstein and stuff. But I guess one way you can kind of tell is when they refuse to criticize Russia of the same stuff they accuse the United States of. So she's sort of a hypocrite, I guess, in that way. They're kind of like accused of being Putin shills, Russian shills. And Ryan Dawson's on that list too. He also does, because it's weird, because you can get drawn in by a lot of them by being into like being anti-war. And they seem like they're anti-war, but then when it comes to the imperialistic behavior of Russia, they don't criticize it, or they'll just be quiet, or they'll defend it. So they're kind of hypocrites like that. So yeah, like Ryan Dawson supposedly is possibly in on it. The National Justice Party, Eric Stryker, Mike Pinovich, Jay Dyer, Lauren Southern, possibly Jack Murphy. Murphy. I mean, I actually watched his interview with Jack Murphy, and I wasn't totally... I mean, he platformed him, I guess. But I don't know. It didn't seem like Jack Murphy was necessarily totally agreeing with him on stuff, but David Duke, Alex Jones. Did I say Richard Spencer? Yeah, anyway, so Jay Dyer, I watched his interview with Dugin just right before this, earlier. And he said America itself is the NWO. Jay Dyer said that. He said America itself is the New World Order. So it's like, I don't know. It's like this weird anti-Americanism. He claims to be, so I was taking notes a little bit. So he considers himself a philosopher. The fourth political theory differs from traditionalism in that it appeals to the radical criticism from the left of postmodernism. He says modernity is a psychic disease. I think he wrote a book called From the Great Awakening to the Great Reset. I don't know what this means. Nominalists are Protestants? I don't know. Dugin thinks we need to be done with capitalism. Communism bad. Capitalism also bad. Liberalism bad. Fascism bad. So he says that, I guess, but when you look his name up, he's being accused of being a fascist. So it just doesn't make any sense. Everything's really confusing now. He talks about patriots from the US and from Russia working together to defeat globalists and the elite. Yeah, so not everything he says sounds bad. It's just, I don't know. I don't trust him. It's like, oh yeah, he acted like he didn't know who Yuri Bezmenov is. Okay, I actually got that already. Share that. It's with his interview with Jack Murphy, but it's fine. I just thought that was suspicious. Wouldn't he totally know who he was? I mean, what the heck? That just sort of stood out to me. Hold on. Play. Nope. Where's the sound? Did I mute it?
Again,
Whoa, it's loud now. Okay.
Apologizing to listeners, apologizing to you. I have so many things that I want to get to. I'm going to bounce around a little bit here. Are you the name Yuri Bezmenov comes to me quite a bit. I've watched. Are you familiar with this gentleman, Yuri Bezmenov?
No.
He was Yuri Bezmenov. He was he said he was a KGB operative. It came here to the United States in the 70s and 80s and explained very clearly how Russia was implementing a decades-long process of demoralization in the United States. Your writings in the 90s and other times about addressing and exploiting racial disharmony in the United States as a way to weaken us as a power. All these things kind of are rattling around in my mind, and I'm trying to come up with a way where we can sort of are we out of a phase of Russian demoralization, if there one that ever occurred?
They both have very large foreheads. I just wanted to point that out.
People in the United States today believe that we are experiencing the negative side effects of decades-long Russian disinformation, propaganda, exploitation of racial divisions, exploitation of minority divisions, even of inserting the LGBTQ lesbian.
So kind of like that guy that pretended he was helping me after I crashed my bike, but then he was trying to steal my bike. Like, we may have actual problems that may resonate with us when he talks about like the degeneracy of the West and stuff, but to say that it's weird. It's like we're getting scapegoated for like the whole thing. They're like saying stuff that we agree with about things we hate, but then they're like saying, that's you. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting it wrong. But they're very anti-Westernism and like anti-American. I don't know. I like America. Fuck you.
Gay agenda into the conversation, a fusion with Marxism, Black Lives Matter. You know, we think that they're communists. The LGBTQ people think they're communists. You have said actually that's an extension of capitalism. Can you just help me understand? Is the United States suffering from a decades-long disinformation, misinformation campaign? Is Russia trying to continually to exploit our internal divisions to make us weaker? Are Black Lives Matter and the gay flag and the Rainbow Coalition, are they communists? Are they capitalists? Is it late stage capitalism? Can you maybe just address some of that? Because I know that that's on the mind of people who listen to me, and
his answer is going to be stupid and long and boring.
Are trying to make sense of what's going on in the United States right now, right? Because we feel this
The point is, he pretended he didn't know who Yuri Bezmenov is.
Harmony in the United States. We feel tension. We feel anger. We feel conflict. We see conflict that wasn't there before, like racial tension in the United States. As somebody who was born in 1976, I remember the 1990s. I remember racial tensions being low. I remember there being racism not a big deal. But now I see racism being a big deal. And I see guys coming from Russia who have said, hey, we wanted to sow racial discontent within your country. And now that racial discontent is fused with a Marxist ideology. Feminist literature and Marxist ideology and Black Lives Matter, it's all together. Even the feminists very clearly said that they wanted to destroy the family in order to open up workers to the collective, right? So help me understand that. Are we experiencing a decades-long misinformation campaign?
Okay, we get it. Let him
from
answer.
Russia?
Jesus.
Is the condition internally in the United States partially
for the Muslims? So that was Vatican for the Catholics. So America was the master and we were the slave. In the time of Yeltsin, maybe America was not had not the same feeling, but you have almost forgotten about Yeltsin's Russian. That was very marginal topic, and that was only maybe some people who were very keen in geopolitics. They understood that something will appear in this space, as always appeared in the heartland and Eurasia, that will represent serious headache, as Brzezinski and the other. But most of Americans didn't care about Russia during this period. When Putin came to power, there
Putin, who is ex-KGB,
was the beginning of the awakening of Russian sovereignty. But America...
Okay, I don't care. Do you see how boring it is to listen to him? Yuri Bezmenov, 1984, former KGB propaganda expert, warned the West that the Kremlin's political technologists, propagandists, and ideologues aggressively employ active measures against the United States. Whilst the West ignored Bezmenov, Aleksandr Dugin, a right-wing intellectual... What am I reading? I don't even know. Some blog. A right-wing intellectual and political strategist with close connections to the Kremlin went a step further and in 1997 published The Foundations of Geopolitics, The Geopolitical Future of Russia. an infamous blueprint for thwarting the self-proposed conspiracy of Atlanticism. What the hell? Yeah, I did pull that up. Atlanticism, led by the United States and NATO. According to Dugin, the key to introducing geopolitical disorder into American society is to provoke all forms of destabilization and separatism inside America's borders through encouraging social and racial conflicts. Today, in light of the reignited fire of racial antagonism, the United States is yet again extremely vulnerable to Russia's influence manipulation campaigns, which aim to destabilize internal socio-political processes and support dissident movements. Am I supposed to care? I don't know. It's just like, yeah, I guess we can't really trust Russia, basically, which isn't new. Russia will overtly and covertly support organizations seeking secession or seeking to politically divide the United States. And they will covertly press protest movements to move towards the extreme and ultimately violence. It's just really weird. Like, the whole thing going on with the weird, like, I guess they're, like, technically Nazis in Ukraine? I'm so confused, honestly. I have no idea what's going on. It feels like it's just some weird big play being put on. I don't know. See, this is why this is a bad topic. It's too much. I haven't really gotten into geopolitics a lot. This is what Bezmenov said. My dear friends, I think you are in big trouble. Whether you believe it or not, you are at war. And you may lose this war very soon, together with all your affluence and freedoms, unless you start defending yourselves. The driving force of this war has very little to do with natural aspirations of people for better lives and greater freedoms. If at all, these aspirations are being used and taken advantage of by the manipulators and progenitors of the war. The real driving force of this war of aggression is ideology, something you cannot eat, wear, or store for a rainy day. An integral part of this war of ideology is ideological subversion, the process of changing the perception of reality in the minds of millions of peoples all over the world. The late comrade Andropov, the former head of the Soviet KGB, called this war of communist aggression the final struggle for the minds and hearts of the people. So Aleksandr Dugin is like anti-racist. He's anti-individualism. So Atlanticism, also known as transatlanticism, is the belief in or support for a close relationship between peoples and governments in North America and those in Europe. Subscribe to Vignul says, why would Bezmenov be well known in Russia? Let's remember who he defected to. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I suppose it's possible he wouldn't know. Maybe it's not that suspicious that he wouldn't know who he is. I mean, I only know who he is because the Call of Duty commercial came out and I heard people talking about it and I was like, who's that? So I don't know. Maybe there's not as many people that actually know about Yuri Bezmenov. It just seems like he would, though. You know? I don't know. Maybe not. So he's like paranoid that he doesn't like Atlanticism. The idea of there being a close relationship between North America and Canada and Europe and Switzerland and Norway, United Kingdom. Atlanticism manifested itself most strongly during the Second World War and in its aftermath, the Cold War, through the establishment of various Euro-Atlantic institutions, most importantly NATO and the Marshall Plan. See, I don't even know what the Marshall Plan is. I'm way too ignorant to have chosen this topic. Can't believe Dugin doesn't play Call of Duty. Yeah, he's like against the internet too. So he's like against a lot of stuff. I just sort of think that Russia is like masquerading itself as based Christianity a little bit, and I just don't trust them. And I don't know. I think the Russian Orthodox Church has been infiltrated. I'm pretty sure the KGB like kind of controls it. Maybe that's insane, but or I guess it's called something else now. It's not called the KGB. I think it starts with an F. God, this was such a horrible topic to choose. So politically, it has. Oh, still talking about Atlanticism. It's tended to be associated most heavily and enthusiastically, but certainly not exclusively, with classical liberals or the political right in Europe. Weird. Atlanticism often implies an affinity for U.S. political or social culture or affinity for Europe in North America, as well as the historical bonds between the two continents. See, I kind of like that. What's wrong with that? I like that. So he doesn't like that? Oh, there is some tension between Atlanticism and continentalism on both sides of the Atlantic, with some people emphasizing increased regional cooperation or integration over transatlantic cooperation. However, the relationship between Atlanticism and North American or European integration is complex, and I don't care. It's boring. Back to being bored. I just like searched the word geopolitics. Oh yeah, so I was looking into like Chaos Magick a little bit because he uses that symbol, the financial and cultural subjugation of Germany and Europe more broadly. I don't want to subjugate them. I just want to keep in touch. I mean, I do have a weird like distrust for like England, kind of like the leaders, not the people, and same with Russia, basically. I would kind of like to just be able to focus on my own country and like hopefully not get psyoped by like all these. It's just weird how it just sort of makes you realize how valuable it is to have control over what we actually think, because why else would they try so hard to do it? Like just trying to get into our heads all the time, infiltrate and like steer the course. Okay, so hold on. Where was I? Is that it? This. So there's this. It says the basic TLDR, I don't know what that means, of Foundation of Geopolitics is as follows, and that's his book. That's his book by Dugin called that. That's probably the view from over there, don't you think? Shoot, I can't remember what you're responding to. What, for them to just focus on their own country? I mean, that's fine. It's weird. Like I couldn't really get a handle on his whole like ideas, because he's kind of invasion-y. Like he probably too long, didn't read. Yeah, he probably isn't. I think he said some like he was all for invading Ukraine. Like, you know, some people think that because he does advise Putin, like they want to expand Russia. They want to like do this whole Eurasianism. Okay, so I'll just read this list. His book, Foundation of Geopolitics. Utilizing racial minorities, but also racists, weird, to cause disruption and chaos within Atlanticist territories. Isolation of the Anglosphere, or the Atlanticists, from the rest of the European world. Promoting pro-Russian and pro-Eurasian attitudes in the West, while also promoting virulent anti-Western attitudes, blaming the New World Order entirely on the West and the Atlantic liberalism. The merging of various mostly European countries to create a larger geopolitical bloc, superstates. The necessity of a Russo-Islamist alliance, promoting anti-Atlanticist third worldism. Okay. I don't know what that means. Absorption of Eastern and Southeastern Europe into Russia itself. The creation of a third Rome. The creation of a multipolar world. What does that mean? I think I did pull up the word multipolar. I was like, what are these words? Where is it? Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay, so polarity, like with the breakdown of the Berlin Wall in 1989 and the USSR dissolution in 1991, bring the new era of international politics. These happenings rejoice the end of the Cold War, which will be categorized as the post-World War II stage in international politics. This new era leads to the problem for the analysts that how to understand. Okay, this is poorly written. Unipolarity is the distribution of power in which one state exercises the cultural, economic, and military influence on the international politics. Unipolarity is not an empire, but it is an interstate system. The concept of unipolarity is anarchical, which results in the incomplete power by exerting the positive control on the providing weaker countries to pursue the policies independently. I don't know. So he's into multipolarity. Oh, it says is seen in the East Asia, which is characterized by the weak alliances in which the rise of some players will represent the serious instability in the coming future. I don't know what the hell I'm reading. The decline in the power of the US and the rise of the power of China in terms of high-range missiles. I don't know. I was just trying to get the definition. Could you just define it? Multipolarity? Having or conceiving multiple centers of power or influence. Okay, so Eurasianism. Is that right here? Oh, why did I choose this topic? It's a political movement in Russia that posits that Russian civilization does not belong in the European or Asian categories, but instead to the geopolitical concept of Eurasia, therefore making Russia a standalone civilization. You can't transpose an invasion/no invasion dichotomy onto a Eurasian Russia-centric thinker. Oh. Okay. So they just kind of see it different, I guess. Archie's crawling into a box over there. Yeah, I just don't really understand Russia, I guess, because they're still like really like into punching Nazis and stuff because they're like they have like they're not allowed to talk about like the atrocities of the Red Army or anything like that, I don't think, over there. So it is weird. They have like a strange fondness for like, I mean, you have to have like a national identity you can be proud of, I guess. So I sort of see what I was listening to him talk. Like he's just trying to like help Russians have like, I don't know, like an identity to be proud of, and like they want to like emerge as a big power again, I guess. I don't know. I don't really get it. They're like, let's punch Nazis. As in, not the Washington-London alliance being the only center of power. I see. Well, yeah, I mean... Oh, I saw them. I mean, did they feel left out or something? Let's look at a map. See it? I don't know. Russia. So it is weird, like, they are right Eurasia. I mean, so right under them are all these Asian countries, right under Russia. And I keep hearing about Belarus. Go back. Where is it? Right there. And then Ukraine's right there. On this map, when you look at Europe, when you click on Europe, map of Europe, it includes Ukraine in the list of countries at the bottom in the map of Europe. So that's kind of interesting. I mean, I guess, is it considered a part of Europe? But Russia kind of feels like it's theirs. But there were some news stories talking about Ukraine warning that Belarus is like gonna jump into the, I don't know, fighting or something. I pulled up so many links, I don't even know where to go now. What is this? Dark Star Rising. Fascism and the occult meet in Russian philosopher Aleksandr Dugin, but he claims to be an Russian Orthodox Christian. I don't know. All I know is he's got a giant forehead, so watch out. He's a follower of Julius Evola. I don't know who that is. Russia west of the Urals is considered Europe. West of the Urals. Yeah, it's just weird. Like, he does have this weird hatred for, like, the West. Like, I just wish we could be friends. I wish, I don't know. And there's, like, some weird theories about, like, the Soviet Empire never truly fell and stuff. So they fall and then they become kind of nationalisty, I guess, right? At least they're allowed to go to church again. So they're back to being allowed to have, like, churches and have religion and be Christians and stuff. And, yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they have to be mad at us about anything. Like, what have we done to them? Have we done something to them? Like, why do they want to destroy us? Urals? Where the hell is Urals? Ural Mountains? I'm going to look it up now. Ural Mountains. Can't tell where it is. Oh, okay. Huh. Anything to the left of that is considered Europe? Wait, that can't be right, because there's Moscow over here. I don't know. Have we done something to them? I mean, have we? Maybe we have. It's just confusing because they're like cooperating with Israel in this weird way in Syria. Like, it's like they're helping Syrians fend off the weird, like, fake rebels or whatever, only just enough to keep the fighting going. And, like, yeah, they have a strange relationship. Oh, I don't know why I pulled this up. Well, there's like a bunch of, like, they've stolen spy secrets from us. Like, okay, there's a U.S. company filed a lawsuit at the Tel Aviv District Court against the Israeli Minister of Defense. So it's like weird. Like, there's like, there's this Manhattan Project guy who, sorry, I just pulled up so many links. This is retarded. Zelensky is begging Israel for defense systems. Okay. I don't know what the hell. What the hell? Who's this? National Bolshevik Party. He like made that. Oh yeah. So this is like Ukraine warns that Belarus. I'm probably saying it wrong. Is it Belarus? I was saying Belarus. Whatever. Belarus planning direct invasion to assist Putin's forces. I just still feel like they're trying to trick us into like getting a bunch of countries to be fighting, so they can do their like chaos magic war profiteering thing. Lukashenko is the name of the leader of Belarus. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. This is the worst topic ever. I kind of like don't really care anymore. Maybe I should just like talk about something else. This is chaosmagic.com. Pluto, the most misunderstood and strange of planets. I just saw it. It was talking about Pluto. The list is too long to type out in just one day. Sorry. Well, damn. So that's why they hate the West? I mean, NATO members are sending weapons meant for killing Russians as you speak. Oh, okay, yeah. So NATO, yeah, surrounding Russia, like, and like arming all these countries, I guess, on its borders isn't very cool. That makes sense. I could be mad about that. I can definitely see that. This is talking about chaos magic. Dugin recognizes that the methods he proposes yield a politics that is not what it appears, but he is content to ride with it. Neo-traditionalists. Its lack of an ethics or worldview accounts for another oddity of chaos magic that many have highlighted, but none engages with as a glaring flaw. How almost every book on chaos magic is a book for beginners. With the clue in its title, an exception was Alan Chapman's Advanced Magic for Beginners, which dared to reinstate and re-clarify the great work of an obligatory goal for chaos and magicians. This is weird. The far right and chaos magic. It's weird. I don't know what I'm talking about. This is a horrible topic. The bit west of the Urals is the bit with all the people. Moscow has always been a European city. Oh, okay. Weird. So that is, Huh. I just get tired. I don't know. I care and then I don't. I'm just tired. I want to like just be alone somewhere quiet. I wonder what's coming this summer. The dates, July 11th and like December 26th, is it? I think those were the dates that weird things might happen, but maybe not. So there's that. The hell am I doing? The hell am I doing? I was watching this for a minute.
In order to expose what this omnipresent bearded patriarch,
Sorry, America, you're not in it.
As radical left, alt-right, Christian
This music
et al. Really is all about. And rest assured, foundations of
New
geopolitics
Eurasian century. I don't know. It just sounds more like big global plans to me. It doesn't sound like fucking off.
The problem is that it's not.
I just want to start a party, like it's gonna be called like the fucking off party, where like everyone just fucks off. That's it.
if you go more in depth, that there is.
Wait. Subscribe to Vingul says Georgia is more of an edge case, sort of yes, but usually considered no, but culturally, ethnically, in terms of religion, but then let's call it Eurasian. Yeah, I saw Dugin saying something about how like Russians are they Slavs? Are they what Slavs are? I guess my point is they look white to me, but he was saying something like they're not quite white or something, but they look white to me.
A very important ideologies that is very influential for the Putin regime. His name is Aleksandr Dugin.
Теория прав человека берется западным понимание человека.
The Western
И когда
concept
люди
too fast.
распространяют свое понимание, что такое человек, на все остальные культуры.
Wait, so he says the West imposes their notions of what a human is over all other cultures? They impose on them an absolutely anti-natural norm? Sorry, didn't mean to do that.
Они навязывают им абсолютно противоестественные нормы. Отсюда и то, что мы называем двойными стандартами.
Что такое права человека в западном понимании?
Это права индивидуума. Права индивидуума противопоставленного правам коллектива.
Так, не сказано.
Именно так. Именно.
Так, но
Смотрите,
это не так. Мы считаем эти...
We consider these truths to be self-evident, that man is endowed by his creator with certain inalienable rights. See, I kind of like that. Does he not like that?
Самое очевидное, что человек наделен своим создателем некоторыми неотъемлемыми правами, среди которых право на жизнь, на свободу,
Life, liberty,
и
pursuit of
добывание счастья.
happiness. That's because he wants all the various ethnicities of the Soviet Union to fit under his umbrella. I see. Okay. That's fine. I mean, I just don't know why they have... See, the weird thing is I don't really care that they invaded Ukraine. I still don't care, like, really much. I wish people weren't going to have it to die. Like, I wish that wasn't happening. But I'm just maintaining my not choosing a side thing. But I don't know. I was just trying to figure out what they're up to.
Преамбула к Декларации независимости Соединенных Штатов.
And why so many alt-right people are like sort of seeming to be into it.
1770.
Okay, so Richard Spencer's wife was the one who translated a bunch of Dugin's books. Just thought I'd throw that out there.
100 год. Что в этом есть расистского? Человек имеет право на жизнь, на свободу и на добывание счастья.
Okay.
I think it's thanks to the fact that the Polish journalist was able to provoke him. Dugin said many things that he usually does not say. You have to understand that we, Russia and Germany, don't have any interest for free Ukraine, independent Ukraine and independent Poland. Another thing that he said, and is very important, is that we need to destroy the West, both with the left and with the right. So we have to use the new left and the new right. These are
He wants to destroy the
And
West.
there are
I don't
many
like
quotes
that.
backing this up. He talks about destroying Western liberalism, but it's also just
Okay, so also I should probably just admit I don't hate liberalism. Unless I'm just totally misunderstanding what that is. I don't hate it. Isn't it supposed to mean freedom? Then they broke up and he's Ukraine #1 fan. Broke up with who? Damn it. I am way too stupid to have chosen this topic.
destroying the West in general, which
This is a bad
he
choice.
is
off
an
more than I can
ex-communist, if not still
But okay, it also seems like it's hard to understand because it doesn't make much sense. There's also that.
a communist. I would say he's a Bolshevik. I would just say he's a new Bolshevik, right? A modern Bolshevik.
Dugin
I don't
said
like
no,
Bolsheviks.
but in Poland, I would support any Masonic.
They're like, let's go watch Inglorious Bastards.
Progressive Catholic progressive movement in order to undermine Polish Catholic Church. So the Poles have just one choice: either they consider themselves Slavic and come with us and give up their Catholicism, or they don't give up their Catholicism and they are going to be destroyed. In 2002, the Russian Orthodox Church has issued a document condemning his doctrine. Described by this document is that there is a magazine about sects. It's meant to
There's
warn
Fallon.
people against
Hello and
the
fuck
cultist,
balls.
groups and sects that are dangerous. And there was this document
Yeah,
dedicated to Dugin in
Nosballs.
2002, where Dugin is described as satanic. There are quotes. It's a
Another
very
phrase
serious
I
document,
heard
very well done
recently.
by-
Okay, and I think that Dugin wants to like use eschatology of various religions to bring about the chaos that will like basically he only cares about Russia, I think, and like just the whole great Russian Empire, I don't know. Like they're really far away. It really shouldn't affect me if they I mean it would be nice if like I don't know if like Yuri Bezmenov was exaggerating, but it does seem like the schools and everything got infiltrated hardcore, so yeah, it might be sort of the same sort of people re-emerging as like trying to pretend they're something else.
theologians. And they quote works of Dugin in which he describes himself as...
Wait, because she just said using the left and the right to destroy the West. So yeah, they've like infiltrated in the commie sphere and in the weird alt-right sphere of things. And like fake-based Christianity. Fallon says Nosbol is like anarcho-communist. Yeah, it doesn't work. It's an oxymoron.
admirer as a disciple of Aleister Crowley.
Doesn't make any sense. It's a mishmash.
The age-old Hegelian dialectic.
Australian.
Ordo ab chaos, the Freemasonic method. Order out of chaos. And when you have an ex-communist Russian who's surrounded by Jews connected to Putin, on side with the alt-right, and basically he seems to be connected to everyone, sporting the chaos symbol, talking about destruction of the West and ushering in a new political theory, it seems pretty fucking clear to me what's going on here. And this is something you all should know about. This is something real. This is not fucking hearsay and people guessing.
Okay, calm down.
By Orthodoxy, Third Rome, Third Reich, and Third International.
Dictatorship. This last revolution is the concern of the Asafal, the headless
Can
pharaoh
we just
of the
not
cloth,
fight,
sickle on him,
please?
crowned by eternal son Belfa, unquote. This quote, emperor of the end.
Fallon says the Roman Rokor. Rokor. Is that? Are you trying to say Russian Orthodox Church was infiltrated by the commies? Oh yes, you are. There are still good churches, but there is a very KGB aspect to Roman Orthodox or Russian Orthodox. I think you're. What is Rokor? Okay, be careful. Sounds like me. fuck.
Unquote, is marked by the
I have to pee.
dialectical triad,
Damn
unquote, which combines, quote, Third Rome, Third Reich.
This
Third
is such a
International,
horrible
unquote.
episode.
All the expectations
I'm gonna
of
quit
historic
talking shit,
Russian
but-
messianic delusions,
Russian church
combined with
outside of Russia.
Jacobite
Oh,
aims of Nazism and Soviet Bolshevism purportedly find their highest expression in this new ideology, according to Dugin.
So he wants to take everything that is good. I mean, good for him means destructive for us, from both Bolshevism and Nazism.
Now, this Aleksandr Dugin,
Fallon's been kicked out of top chat, relegated to live chat.
is very much associated with the alt-right and promoted by them. Now, he is stated as he's all about destroying the West, right? That seems to be his main premise, that the
Lots
West
of
needs
base
to be
priests
completely
executed,
destroyed.
Fallon
He's
says.
directly connected to Putin,
And that sucks.
and he's pictured with Zbigniew Brzezinski, who
So he's-
is a globalist
okay.
figure.
Hold on. Now I can play. This is about Dugin.
Wait a second. Something's not right here. You were just making it look like you were playing. You're a phony! Hey, this guy's a great big phony! Hey,
Okay. Oh, wait, is there more?
you're a great big phony, you know that? That's right, you're a big fat phony!
Okay, that was about Dugin. Okay, back to this.
Total New World Order freak. His symbol, the symbol that Dugin sports and his followers, is the chaos symbol. And he often talks about how their purpose is to create chaos out of which the new order, I think we all know which new order that is, the New World Order, will emerge. He also pushes the idea
Music is
of fourth
relentless.
political theory,
Yeah,
which I'll
it's
get
really-
into in a second,
it's
and
really annoying.
Eurasianism. Now, what
It's playing the whole
Eurasianism is to me, it looks like the death of Europe as an entity. It will be merged with Russia and Asia as a bloc to sort of a stepping stone towards global government, total domination, and the
Brzezinski.
New World
Where have I
Order.
heard that
Now, that's
name?
another thing about
I
Spencer,
don't think
right?
I've heard it.
Is that he has, there's a quote of him basically enthusiastically talking about the need for a new world order.
Okay, so he thinks that all peoples and countries will hand power over to the world leadership. I think he's just like, yeah, he's like, let's make Russia be like the big power thing, and we'll do it with Asia.
Now, I don't know how many
guess.
of you know about this. I don't have the exact quote,
And he
but
hates
if you
the
go and
West.
look for it, you will find it. So there's audio of Richard Spencer comparing the alt-right to Bolshevism.
Okay, so we should get rid of NATO, I guess, right? I don't know. I mean, I don't want to I just don't know why we have it, and if it's pissing people off. I don't have the answers at all whatsoever.
And enthusiastically talking about the need for a new world order. Now that's suspicious, all right? And that's very fucking strange.
They're satanic.
So I just sort of think it's interesting as far as being careful who you listen to in the right-wing sphere-ish. Just to watch out for the people that are pretend to be anti-war, but then they just shit on America and the West nonstop and blame it for everything, I guess.
Trump and Putin, you're saying, are not satanic.
They might not be our friends.
Absolutely.
Fallon says NATO is gay
Now,
as
quickly
shit.
on to
Okay, good.
Fourth political
I stand by my
theory.
statement.
Essentially,
NATO's
fourth
the one that
political
fucked up
theory
Libya.
is about a rejection
They're
of
bombing
all
children.
the
Yeah, okay.
political
I
theories
know
that
we've
have existed in the past.
done
The
stuff
rejection of communism,
people off.
rejection of capitalism,
I didn't do
rejection
that,
of
but,
liberalism. It's a new thing. Well, they say it's a new thing. To me, it's just the ushering in of
I don't know what the
globalism
hell we're gonna
under
do.
a guise
I don't
of
know
a
how to
bunch
get-
of nonsense. So here's a few
I
lines
don't get how to-
that have
I
been
don't know how to make people
translated
stop doing
from
things.
Dugin himself. Now, I'm only ever interested in
Fallon says League of Nations Part 2 or 3 or whatever. Have you read up on Vladislav Surkov? I have not. I have not. I don't think I know who that is.
Hearsay is all a waste of time to me. So these are Dugin's words translated from the Russian into the English. The essence of fourth political theory lies in that it rejects not only one of the political ideologies of the epoch of modernity, but all of them. Fourth political theory is a theory of global, absolute, and radical revolution aimed not only against the domination of the West in particular, against the current state of European civilization, the hegemony of the United States of America, or liberalism, but against modernity itself, against the political paradigm of the logos of the Great Mother, against the metaphysics in which the world is viewed from the bottom up.
I like metaphysics. I think he doesn't like Plato, Dugin. So the third position is fascism, and this is the fourth. I guess I don't even know what the first through the third positions are supposed to be.
Now,
I'm
You'd have
so
to
ignorant
read
on this
about
subject. But there's
the
a black
mother,
sun
the
symbol.
son, the father, and all that in their political theory. It's, you know, I'm not going to go into that all here. But basically, to me, this is just
I need to stick to animal attacks and natural disasters.
bullshit.
Apparently.
It's all just destroying modernity, which a lot of people want anyway. But what
sounds so
comes
convoluted
after
and
it,
stupid.
right, is what's
Yeah,
important.
it does.
And I think it's just globalism, it's global communism, it's Bolshevism. It's a new attempt at crushing the West under communism, Bolshevism, Jewish control, and we're all fucked after that.
And Dugin found himself in these groups, and he found himself in various occultist groups who were, basically combining Satanism and National Socialism together.
That doesn't make sense.
And it was described exactly as I telling you in this document. It's not possible to find it in English.
Finally, Heiser comments on Dugin's
is so
worship
long.
of chaos, an adaptation of the occult symbol.
See if they're like.
Это претензия, что
I
американцы
think the rest of
могут
it is just him talking.
To have a serious relationship towards fulfillment of this notion. Therefore, Russia, the Third Rome, perfectly fits this teleological outlook on the essence of history in the religious, cultural, spatial, and strategic sense, obviously striving toward.
Okay, I don't care about that anymore. Before we run out of time. Fallon says Betty's a coomer. Probably is. See, I kind of think these might be the similar people as who kind of like try to get men and women to hate each other. It would make sense if their goal is to just like disrupt our, moral fiber, to cut our moral fiber or something. Fallon says Dugin is like a real-time Rasputin. He is like Putin's Rasputin. That rhymed. Weird. I just realized the word Putin is in Rasputin. Oh. Subscribe to Vingil says, Libya was a defensive bombing. They might have developed agriculture, bronze, their own currency, and who knows where that might lead. NATO is purely defensive source. Source NATO. Yeah. And then Fallon says, Libya would have probably thrived if we hadn't murdered everyone. Yeah, we like blew children's like legs off and blew their faces up and said we were saving them. So it's nice. Rasputin must have had 3 times the facial hair though. Yeah, and he had food stuck in it. It's just so confusing. They keep trying to trick us into like giving them our bike. These are really long. Yeah, he wants to ally with like Muslims and stuff. I think he was against Pussy Riot. Remember them? Oh, what's this? Lauren Southern. I think her real name is like Simonson. Simonson? Schizo-Duginus exists only in your mind. Mike P. Uh-oh. Weird. Yeah, see, I liked Eric Stryker for a minute. He did like some really good reporting on the FBI being weird Satanists that like groom young kids into like crazy shit. Pussy Riot was stupid. Well, yeah, I mean, they just went to churches and played their shitty music. Like, the music was not good. It was just, I don't know. I don't even know how to feel about that. Like, they were just annoying people and being disrespectful of the churches, I guess. I just do not have the energy to try and, like, care about stuff right now. I don't know. I just don't really understand why they need to like push their hatred of us onto us. Like, can't you just live your life over? Yeah, I guess they're just mad at us for stuff. just not going to shit on America so hard as they're trying to trick us into doing, I guess. That's what I'm going to do. Go with that. So boring. Such a stupid topic. Subscribe to Vingul says Vladislav Surkov lost his job in February 2020. He used to be viewed as Putin's Putin? What? Racism and nationalism fuel neoliberalism? I just don't care anymore. Huh. This says, if you come from a communist background as I do, you should also know that liberal is the default commie slur for fellow communists who aren't being communist enough. It's their version of cuck. Like Dugin, they also operate on the axis of everything I don't like is liberalism, often claiming that fascism is a form of liberalism. This is so confusing. Fascism is capitalism, liberalism in decay. This is getting too confusing. Racist liberalism. What's to care about? Take care of yourself, Fallon says. Need to move. I hate our government and people ain't so great anymore. Yeah, I hate the government, but I don't hate the people. I just wish we could get rid of the Federal Reserve, quit it with the immigration, and just try to prosper on our own. Stop bombing other countries. That way there won't be a bunch of refugees, stop invading and inviting, and just make movies and have families and stuff. Islamo-Duginists? It's just weird. I don't know what's going on over there. We will never stop that ever, says Fallon. I think if we move to a nice rural area, it would be better. Gay. Yeah, do you want to just watch this instead now? Has it been an hour? Oh, it has, but let's just...
It's okay to slurp it. From behind, it looked like they were taking a whiz. This is the last joke's cracking me up still.
Fallon says Dugin sounds complicated and also super lame and stupid. Yeah, and he's not as smart as he seems to think he is, I guess. Who follows these people? Like Lauren Southern, apparently, and Jay Dyer.
Figured out what this is, but it's some sort of a shrine, I guess. This guy looks like he's taking a leak. What were you doing there? Reading. Oh, reading, okay. From behind, it looked like you were taking a whiz. Was it? Yeah. Would have been a weird place to do it, huh?
I love Tom Green.
It's basically pretty boring, to be honest. Oh!
Jay is not a Duginist, says Fallon. Well, he's been accused of it. Maybe it's just another, Red Scare. There's a bunch of people getting accused of being Duginists. And some of them actually are. So I don't know.
The Japanese don't get angry very easily, and they have a lot of patience with people who annoy them.
Oh, look at this. Here we go. Hi, I'm the new guy. Hi. And we kickity-doo-dah
I guess I shouldn't
day.
just accuse people of things.
Zippity-doo-dah. Who wants bananas? No? Oh, I've got a song about grapes I could do. Grapes? Grapes, grapes. Would you like some grapes? Can I just do that one? One time for the people. 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 One time for the people.
This is what happens when
Grapes,
you
grapes.
mix
Do you like?
Europeans
Just turn the mic
with
on here.
Asia.
I'll turn the power on the mic here.
Kidding.
Turn the power on the mic here real quick. Gotta get them both. Gotta get both. Get them both on there. It's just skippity news. No. Gotta get them both on.
They're so
Hard to get
patient.
them. Oh. Yeah. Oh, you figured out how you got you to stay there, and that's it. Okay, here we go. Skippity doo. Skippity dip dip.
Fallon says this was my hero in high school. Yeah, I never got into Jackass. I thought they were just annoying, but I love Tom Green, so.
If you see Japanese snow monkeys at the side of the road, you should stay in your car, as these are wild animals and can be dangerous.
He's still better than Jake Paul, Fallon says.
We just
Yeah.
pulled over to the side of the road. There's
Jake Paul was
monkeys
never
all
funny.
over. You think I'm
Yeah,
joking? We
safe.
just pulled over. There's monkeys all over the place. Do we have any food? Oh, we got food. We got food. We got food.
Maybe
Oh, they
not.
heard that. Oh, they heard that. Wait. Don't give it to me. Don't give it to me. Okay, wait a minute. What are you doing here? Just don't bite me. Just don't bite me. Okay, here you go. Let me open it. Let me open it. Listen. Sit.
Jackass, Tom Green, all of that shit, super funny.
What are you doing?
I never liked
Those are my
Jackass.
chips.
They just hurt
Those are my
themselves.
chips. Do they have diseases or anything? Okay, look, what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh my God.
These are aggressive monkeys.
Oh my God.
Jake Paul went to Japan dressed like Pikachu. Asshole.
Let's get one in the car. Let's catch one. Okay, we're gonna get a monkey into the van.
It might make me cut all of this out. I don't know what the rules are.
There's
You know what? It's been an hour. This is so horrible. Fallon, we got to talk about something better next week. I have no idea what to do.
Okay.
Don't ever let me choose the topic again.
And the sushi with the camera. With the
And I hope you feel better soon.
so we can talk to people.
Fallon says I used to throw myself in front of cars, so. I don't think I ever witnessed that one. Oh my God, he put a dildo in there. Damn it. Maybe I'm a degenerate. I like this shit. It's funny though.
Release it back to freedom, yeah. Let's release it into freedom. I won't bother them anymore if that's of concern to you. We're just basically marching around, minding our own business. So you understand what I'm saying. It's basically Randy got us over here with the Connecticut.
You did it. It was your car.
Marines. We were told that.
Let's do Project Bluebeam.
1,500 hours. It'd be about 75 of them.
What the
here.
hell?
The,
I have no
backgammon
memory of
boards
you
for us
throwing
to
yourself
be,
in front of my
delivering
car.
over to the 15 o'clock, and we had the taxi cab and the people with the
What is that?
light rail system and the
And
hauling
okay,
equipment,
sure.
all loading it up in the back. So we're basically just going to hang out until then. Okay. But I'm sorry about all this thing.
How would you say that? Be calm.
Okay,
Be calm.
Be calm.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. I'll try to calm down now.
Just
Okay.
around the shit.
Around the Clarinova.
Yeah.
Yeah. Around Clarinova, we'll
Please.
calm down. Yeah, it's just because Randy said that we were coming over with the backgammon boards full of the lentil soup. So it's all up to him, really. I don't want to make a fuss whether Fujifilm
it's
or
settled. I've never heard of Project Bluebeam, but
Constantinople
all right.
or Timbuktu or those guys with the big
Good night.
big padded pants.
gonna go
You know,
poop,
they
Fallon
come over.
says.
Their pants are padded, so you think if they're
Good
gonna fall
night.
down, you know, that's going to be fine for them. But I don't really have any. I don't have any issues, you know, with it. We'll head over here. Thank you. I was just doing my pizza pie song. Yamarigato. Here today. Oh.
And I'll be taking care of business every day.
Love ya.
Taking care of business
Yeah.
every way. Taking care of business. It's all mine. Taking care of business and working overtime. Look out. Looks like this guy's taking care of business. Woo! This lady right here. Are you taking care
Okay, let's stop this nonsense. I'm so sorry. I'm going to stop now. That was Dugin. He's boring. He has a huge forehead. Can't be trusted. Be careful who you listen to in the alt media, who might just be shitting on the West. A thing that is hated, apparently. I've learned nothing. Okay, goodbye. Thank you. Good night. Have a good time.